welcome. In this video, I want to briefly record and just discuss the word study feature on the mobile version of Logos. This is a free feature available in the free version of Logos. So here I am in the English Standard Version and reading along. When Jesus had spoken these words, he lifted up his eyes to heaven. Now, say I want to do a study on heaven and understand a little bit more about how is Jesus using this term here? What does this mean? It's strange that is he looking into heaven? What can heaven entail? So the way this works, and again, I'm recording this on a computer, but if you have your mobile version, it's going to be just hold that word. Click on that word for a second or hold over that word. And it introduces this Bible word study card that'll kind of be a pop-up or maybe be a pull down from the bottom. And here I get some basic word information. First off, I have the opportunity to highlight it or copy it, take a note on it, etc. Do search. We'll do the search feature in a moment. But then I have this heaven is telling me that's the text I'm looking at. The manuscript, MSS underneath it, is Tan Uranon. And then I have the lemma underneath that is Has Uranos. So now I know, okay, this is the actual text that's in the manuscripts. The lemma is the lexical form, how I would look that up in a dictionary, ha being the article, so Uranos, and then the gloss would be, here it's communicating that there's actually two words that are being translated into one. So the heaven is actually translated as heaven in English. So I have here heaven, sky, and then I also have what's called the morphology. And then this is telling me that it's a noun, it's in the accusative case, it's singular, and it's masculine. And I can open this word study and it gives me a little bit more information. If you have a dictionary, your preferred dictionary is going to show up right in this section. So your dictionary features are going to determine or be dependent on what you've purchased before. So if you haven't purchased any dictionaries, that's going to show up here. But the Dictionary of Biblical Languages, or DBL, is available in the Logos 6 Legacy Starter Library, which is only a $35 library that gets you access to several books. So this resource says Uranos, and then it gives me the entry for that word. Now, if I click on that word, it's going to go and open up the Dictionary of Biblical Languages, and then I can read the full entry. And I can note that there's a 1 and a 2 and a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. So these are all different senses of this word, ways that it has a little bit different nuance to it. So the first entry, number 1 here, just says sky. So the most natural, the first entry for why this would be, or how this could be translated, is sky, which is a very natural reading of John 17:1. Number 2 is heaven. So, okay, we have heaven or sky. And then, interestingly, there's a third entry where it could mean and have the sense of God. And maybe I'm curious on that, so I want to click on Luke 15. I will arise and go to my Father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. So that the sense here where I have sinned against heaven, if Uranos is used in that way, heaven, the referent, the person that's being referred to, is actually God. And then, clicked on another one by accident. So you can just go through there if you have the Dictionary of Biblical Languages. I won't spend more time on that because that's not actually in the free version, but that's a little bit about how you would use the Dictionary of Biblical Languages. Let's go back to our John 17 and click on heaven again. Pull up the Bible word study. And now where we have this, we hit open once and it got me to this point. But now I want to say open Bible word study. So this is opening word information. Now I want to say open Bible word study. This is going to open another tool in Logos called the Bible word study. Now what this is going to do is this is going to tell me some definitions of Uranos based on whatever translations I have or dictionaries I have. But then it's going to tell me some translations of Uranos, and it's going to be based off my preferred Bible translation. So I have the ESV that I'm using. And then it tells me how heaven is translated. Heaven, heavenly, heavens, air. So I notice that little red color is air. I click on that. And now it's going to show me all of the verses where Uranos is translated as air. So look at the birds of the air, of the Uranos, okay? Matthew 6:26, Matthew 8:24, Matthew 8:20, etc. And I can see all of the situations and examples of where it translates that word air. So those are just an example of some different translations. You could do the same for sky. Click on the green one there and see where is this word translated sky. So that's the Bible word study. Then I want to just show one more feature, canceling out of those. So we saw the dictionary, we saw the Bible word study, and now we'll just do how to do a search on that word. So if I go there, here, and click here, instead of clicking on the word study button, which we did earlier, now we're going to say search Uranos. That's going to open a search. And notice what's in the heading here. It says lemma.g:"Uranos. So lemma means lexical form, .g in the Greek, :Uranos. So where in the New Testament is the lexical form Uranos showing up throughout Scripture? Now we'll see different things like heaven, heavens, heaven, heaven. That's how it looks in English. But note if we were to change the search from English Standard Version to a different Bible, to the SBL. Now we're going to see Uranos, and we're seeing all the Greek, but note how this is spelled different. Here we have a omega nu at the end. Here's an omicron iota at the end. Here's another omega nu. Here's the omicron iota sigma. So no matter what the inflection of this word is, doing a lemma search allows the inflection to be ignored, and you're just looking for that lexical form, however it's inflected in whatever context it's in. So that is a quick example of the Bible word search and word study feature in the mobile version of Logos. I hope that was helpful.